We know the way to San Jose, heart of the Silicon Valley and home to the San Jose State Spartans. And anticipation has been high all week for this one. Today, a Golden State clash as two teams from the state of California try to claim some bragging rights. As we'll see a team from the Pac-12, the San Diego State Aztecs, squaring off with another team from the Pac-12, the San Jose State Spartans. Glad to have you with us for EA Sports College Football. I'm Reese Davis, David Pollack and Jesse Palmer with me in the booth. Guys, we are ready to tee it up. The Aztecs will kick it away first. And he's coming out of the end zone. Pulled down at the 18, and the decision to bring it out of the end zone. So San Jose State's offense will start this game off. And as we look out on the field, here comes the man who makes it all go.
And he's big time. That's why he's up for all these awards. He's known. Everybody knows exactly what he brings to the table. He can run it. He can throw it. They're expecting a big day from this young fella.
That's reeled in. It's Bates. And a good job of coverage by that defense. Just a short pickup. Well, he comes up with the reception, but not a lot of room to run after that.
Yeah, and I like the QB doing this. I mean, I'm going to find ways to give him the football and see if he can make a miss. And I'm going to bet most of the time that my guy is a little bit more athletic than that defensive guy. Defense won this battle, but I like trying to get this guy the ball in space.
And he's got enough for the first down. It'll be at the 35.
And how about setting the tone right there? Like, you're going to cover this guy coming across the field, get it to him early on the first drive, let him know this playmaker is going to be touching the ball early and often, and he picks up the big game.
That's what you expect from a senior. Don't give them any extra yards. Great tackle there. Didn't get much on first down. It's 2nd and 9. The lone back's got it. And they're able to shove him to the turf as they stop him for a short gain.
You know, I think a big part of this isn't necessarily scoring a touchdown on that play, but you're just trying to get your offensive line in the rhythm of the game. Let those big fellas get lathered up.
Now facing a 3rd and long. Touch pass on the run. The expressway is wide open. Inside the 10. And he got away from the defense and takes it in. Touchdown, Spartan.
Man, how hard is it to defend when you have a weapon like this at running back that can play wide receiver? You can design ways to get the football in his hand. Palmer, once you get it in his hands, he'll do the rest.
Yeah, no doubt. I mean, and oftentimes those are easier throws for quarterbacks. And these running backs, they're just naturally so good when they have the football out in space. Their vision, their creativity, their ability to make people miss. And this guy showed you right there, a difficult guy to stop now if you're this defense moving forward.
So San Diego State's offense will try to get something going with their first possession. As we take a look at our impact players for this one, what are you looking for, Jesse, for a guy to make an impact?
Well, these are simply put the leaders of this football team, and generally games go how these guys play. If they make plays, then they've got a shot to win this.
And he will get home, and the quarterback goes down at the 17. To come to the line, hoping to get some of that yardage back from the 17. Looking to throw, it's O'Neal. He looks that one in nicely. They stop him almost immediately. Short gain there, and still a little ground to cover to pick up the first. A 3rd and long coming up here. Looking to throw, and he needs a chunk play. Caught in the backfield, it's Welch. He ended up losing yardage on the play, and that'll bring up 4th down. And the Aztecs decide to punt it away. Here's the return. Makes a move. That nifty return sets up the offense and negates some of the yardage on the punt. The San Jose State offense is back on the field. How about that last drive? Just carved him up in the air, David.
Yeah, and how about that quarterback? You gave him the ball, and he delivered the goods. Great job taking apart the defense, Jesse, on that last drive.
He really did, David. I mean, that was a masterclass in just reading coverage and being accurate.
This offense has a 2nd down play. Wide receiver shows motion. Touch pass on the jet sweep. Open runway ahead. Big gain on that one as he steps out of bounds with a 1st down.
You want to get your playmakers the football in space. What a creative way. This little kind of push pass by the quarterback. Get into the receiver's hands quickly and let him go make yards.
They've got this defense reeling after that last play. Now it's 1st and 10 inside the 15. Try to get the edge with a quick touch pass. He is stopped behind the line of scrimmage. They'll lose yards on that one.
And that's just an example of the defense having a better play call than you have on offense. I like the creativity offensively, but how about the defense having their cornerback in position to make the play?
And that pass will be jarred loose on 2nd down. That brings up 3rd down.
And the big tight end, a lot of times that's a bigger strike zone, a bigger dude, and you could tell they put the hit on him, and that ball came out, and it came to the turf. Nice job playing physical by this defense.
Got enough space. Gets out of bounds after the big game, but they've got it 1st and goal.
Man, you gotta love the extra effort, laying out. You know you need the 1st down, Palmer, and he gives up his body.
And also having great awareness, too, right? Knowing where the sticks were and what he had to do, any way, shape, form, to get that 1st down. Nice job.
And nice job by the defense. 1st and goal situation, you can expect run a lot of the times. They were physical, got in the backfield, stuffed the run.
Tries again to get it in. And the defense wrestles him to the ground. You can't afford to squander these opportunities once you get into the red zone. Twice they've been denied. Here's 3rd and goal. And he takes it to the house. Touchdown, Spartans.
Nice drive, nice touchdown. I love this offense's response to what happened a week ago. Listen, we're 0-1, so be it. Let's put the foot on the gas. Let's move forward, get better, and they have in game 2 so far.
San Jose State, 14. San Diego State, 0.
And no chance at a return here. They'll start this drive at their own 25. Guys, we're about to get another look at this San Diego State offense. To say this has been a slow start is a bit of an understatement, and they really need to get it going here, Jesse.
That's right. The opponent, they're firing on all cylinders right out of the gate. Offensively for this unit, they've been slow and struggling. They need an explosive play to wake themselves up.
Yeah, and it's just the 1st quarter, so it's not the end of the world. You've seen slow starts, but you got to continue to pick and pick and pick until you find that play or that scheme that you can use against this defense.
On 3rd and short, they'll try to pick it up on the ground here. They bring him down, and he's going to lose a yard on that one. The Aztecs will bring the punt team onto the field. This will be the 2nd time they've had to kick it away. And he's going to get it up to about the 29-yard line before he's brought down. San Jose State has the ball and ready to go on the attack. Jesse, a very productive drive last time wound up with a touchdown.
Yeah, mixing and matching play calling really well. Nice balance on that last one, Dave. Let's see what they can do here in this next drive.
Yeah, and I don't expect anything different. When you put together a drive like that, I would do more of the same. Keep the pace, keep it going.
Now it's 1st and 10 from the 46-yard line. He's going to pass. Throws to the tight end. And that pass picked off. And they'll close in on him after a good return on the interception.
QB's got to pick and choose their spots when they want to be really aggressive and try to fit balls in tight windows. Great job by the DB making a big play, getting the ball back to its offense.
Pulls and fires complete. They make the stop right there. Good pickup, but still short of the first down. And the Aztecs headed quickly to the line. Back to throw, it's O'Neal. Got his man. Hit the afterburners, kid. And he ran away from the defense to take it in. Touchdown, Aztecs.
One of the reasons this offense is so exciting to watch, they've got guys that are dangerous after the catch. And if this quarterback gets through his progression, David, he hits you in stride, these guys will take it to the house.
Man, it's your job to do the rest, right? You hit me in stride where I don't have to stop running. I don't have to break down. It makes it so easy, the connection between quarterback, wide receiver. You can tell this is a good one, and that's why they got 6 on that play.
Just an outstanding return there and really sets up his offense nicely. Line gets set, 1st down. He wants to throw. Pressure coming. And he got smacked just as he released the pass. It's incomplete.
It doesn't take this defense a lot of time to get to the quarterback, man. They've got speed all over the place. They hit him so quickly, and because of that, the ball falls incomplete.
And they'll get off one more play before the end of the quarter. Quarterback will audible. They go to the ground. There to make the tackle, and that's how we'll wrap up this first period. That's the end of the quarter. San Jose State is on top. We've put one in the books. Let's have a look at our game summary. Now facing a 3rd down as they line up after the break. They'll try to power their way ahead. Keeps the legs moving. At the 45 on his way. All kinds of running room. And finally out of bounds after an explosive run by this ball carrier. The explosive play set the table. Now they got to serve the feast. He'll pull it on the read. That play just never had a chance. They knock him down for a loss of 5. And lost ground on 1st down. Now 2nd and goal from the 5. Trying to surprise him with the pass. He makes a grab. And he'll be brought down.
I really like the slot receiver, and I understand he's not the biggest guy in the world, but he just runs really good routes, and he's always under control. He can run option routes. He can run double moves. He does a great job cutting, and he's dangerous after the catch. Nice weapon to have work in the middle of the field.
And he takes it in for the score. Touchdown, San Jose State. That touchdown puts them up by at least 2 scores. Too early to say it's over? Probably, but boy, it's starting to feel that way.
It might not be over, but you're in trouble, and you better find some answers really, really quickly. This team has put everything together, and right now you got nothing going. Come on, give me something.
And he'll return it and try to get behind his blockers. And the return man is stopped, and that'll leave it up to the offense on the next drive. Looking for a productive play on 1st down. Use the play fake, now to throw. Quarterback adapting. He's going to be able to pick up a few yards before the slide. The Aztecs are in the hurry up. Now Now the play fake. Quick strike complete. Put it right on him. Sweet play. Good pickup, and they'll move the chains with the first down. Looking to push the pace with the no huddle.
Hey, who says hitch passes can't get big yards? Receiver catches it, makes a guy miss, and goes and gets a first down.
To the air on first down. And there was nowhere to go for this quarterback, and down he goes. That's the last thing you want as an offense, a negative play, a sack on first down. Grab behind the line. It's Sutton.
Guys out of the backfield now, it's not just run the ball downhill anymore. You got to be versatile. I got to be able to trust you in the pass game, and I got to be able to throw you the football, and you can do that right there. I know you're going to catch it, and I can depend on you.
To the air, it's O'Neal. Fires to the wideout. He's got an open man. Touchdown, San Diego State. And once he got loose, it was all over.
Quarterback's abilities to read the field is huge, and also the anticipation, the timing. To be able to throw the football, Jesse, and hit a guy in stride so he can get run after the catch and get in the end zone, that was a nice job by the quarterback.
Yeah, it's critical, David. And listen, a lot of times touchdown passes aren't thrown into the end zone. You've got to read the coverage, hit the open guy, and let him do the rest.
Guys, this San Jose State offense trying to get this ball moving. These two defenses have had their heads spinning here in the first half, and now we might even see a little more scoring with this drive.
It's going back and forth. This is like two heavyweights just trading blows, David. What does this defense got to do to get a stop here?
I tell you what, man, when you're giving up points like this and you've got no momentum, you've got to find somebody that can make a play to create something. And listen, if they're scoring anyways, let's be aggressive. Let's blitz more. Let's make sure we're making them feel discomfort in some way, shape, or form.
That one did not go well. Tackled in the backfield for a loss of 6.
And it's a great play by the defensive end. The most athletic players on the field play defensive end. Yes, you heard me, Jess, Reese. Exactly what I said. Great get off. Great job getting in the backfield, making the play.
And he was hit just as he was releasing the pass, and it falls to the ground incomplete.
And screens are all about timing, right? You want to invite the defensive line to fly up the field, and then you want to throw it right over their head. And you could tell just a little bit off, and the defense got in there so quick, got the quarterback hit before he could really get his bearings and throw the screen.
On fourth down, they'll try to throw it. He's got it, and they convert. And they'll bring him down, but not before he picks up the first down. The Spartans come to the line with a new set of downs. Trying to find his man on first down. Can't make the connection, and the defense putting on the heat and forcing the incompletion.
This is going to be a key that we look at this entire game. How can this defense find ways to affect this quarterback and get pressure on him? Because they felt coming into the game, if they could do that, they could affect him and influence this passing game.
I like it. Just frustrate the defense. Get that 5 to 6 yards. Make them honor the run. Make them know that you're willing to run the football and run it effectively.
It'll be 3rd and short from their own 33. Off play action. With the catch, it's Bates. And he was fortunate not to lose yardage on that play, able to wedge it back to the line of scrimmage.
I don't know about the play call there, guys. 3rd down, they're throwing it behind the line of scrimmage, seeing if this guy can do something once he has it in his hands, but a better job of pursuit and tackling defensively, now setting up 4th.
It's the 2-minute warning, and we'll see if the offense can tack a little something extra on their lead before the break. I understand the desire to keep the ball, but going for it inside your own 40? On 4th down, going to the air. Finds his man, and they convert. Excellent job working through the air. They're finding a hole in that defense and picking up a first down. Here's this offense with a fresh set of downs. Quarterback making adjustments with his receivers. Comes out throwing on first down. On target. And he's knocked down immediately, but not before he moves the chains. Now it's a first down from the 43-yard line. They'll go back to the ground.
Ball carried by the running back. Pickup of 2. Brings up 2nd down.
Picked up 2 yards on that last one. They need 8 on 2nd down. They'll give it to the back. A strong tackle and wrap up from the junior.
And offenses want to continue to feature the run. They want balance. Even if it's not super successful, you can take it little bit at a time just to keep that defense honest.
Fires to the middle. Ball in the air. Intercepted. He would have loved to make the big return there, but he still gives his team the ball at the 37.
Timing has to be so good. When you're throwing at his own defense over the middle of the field, the ball's got to come out specifically on time because these windows close really quickly. Ball there.
He hurls one deep down the left side. And it slips through his fingers. Incomplete. That would have been a huge gain if he could have held on. Back to the line after the incompletion. 2nd and 10 from the 37. Misfired on the last play. They'll go back to the air. Fires to the tight end. There's a timeout called as this offense tries to find a way to draw a little closer. They have it at the 43, 3rd and short, trying to avoid making a decision on 4th down. Dropping back, it's O'Neal. He's got his man. There's a timeout on the game here late in the first half.
Well, look, that wasn't a touchdown, but that was a massive play for this offense. They needed some momentum. They needed to find a rhythm, and what better way than converting on 3rd down. Awesome job by the quarterback getting through his progression.
And he gets out of there and gets some yardage and gets down without taking any punishment. They'll start this one from the 29 on 1st down. Finds his tight end. Just a quick rhythm throw there and really good use of the tight end.
Yeah, good use of the big fella. I mean, go through your progressions real quick. You can't find anything. Get the easy gain. Don't take a shot down the field all the time. Take those shots later, but take those easy, wide-open opportunities to get some positive chunks.
The offense will stop the clock and use one of its timeouts. Running out of time here in the first half, they're going to have to be efficient to put some points on the board before the break. Good job to toss that ball out of bounds and avoid the loss. On 2nd down, they'll try the field goal to get the points before halftime. The right hash. And the kicker delivers the 3 ball to finish off the drive. That late in the half field goal always gives you a little boost going to the locker room, and they'll need to finish off these final few seconds and not allow them to answer. From inside the 10-yard line, he'll bring it back. They make the stop, and that is the end of the first half. First half in the books. Time now to join Kevin Connors in our halftime update.
Guys, who's had a better seat there in San Jose than you have? A captivating game so far.
And the Spartans will kick it off to start the second half. And he'll just take a knee, and this drive will start at the 25. Guys, let's see what adjustments this San Diego State offense has made this time. They got a lot done through the air in the first half, and they might need even more production here in the second.
I think they will, Reese, and I think this is an offense that has proven they're playing with good timing right now. They've got some matchups where they're winning one-on-one, and they're just going to have to keep going back to the well, David, and relying on hitting some explosive plays to win this game.
Yeah, and I think we look at numbers naturally, and they're losing. So that's the most...
And they got him for the sack.
Oftentimes with play action, you're asking the quarterback to hold on to the ball a bit longer, and you're asking this offensive line to hold up and pass pro a bit longer. Against this athletic front seven on defense, it's going to be tough.
They bring him down, but a solid pickup to put them in position to pick up a first down. And the Aztecs come to the line in the hurry-up. Third and long, and he'll try to throw for it. Fires downfield. Connection to the right. And he picks up the first down, and he does it. I'm not going to say spin move. That was a pirouette. It was elegant. It was beautiful. Quick completion to the right. He's all the way down to the 27-yard line, and they are threatening. The Aztecs getting set on 1st and 10.
Well, you're seeing the balance this offense has and how they can create explosive plays in a variety of ways. We just saw one come in the run game, and now you see one coming in the passing game. I'll tell you, they've got this defense on their heels.
They'll line up for a 2nd down play. From the gun, they'll try to impose their running game. And they drag him down, but not before he picks up the 1st down. And the Aztecs are in the red zone. They're threatening to score, and they'll throw it. Lets it go to the end zone. Pass on the way. It's picked off. And the senior just took that one out of the air and sends it the other way.
You can't give points away when you're a QB. You have to understand, I got to be aggressive, and it's tough in the red zone because those are really tight windows. But, man, the one thing I cannot do is turn the football over. I got to make sure I get points. Really poor decision. Great play by the defense.
Lining up from the 34 on 1st down. Looking to move it through the air. He tries to take the top off. Wide open, he makes the catch. Touchdown, San Jose State. And once he found open... Might as well start playing. Getting set for the point after. And with the extra point, we have a 28-17 ball game. We check in with Kevin Connors. What's going on, Kevin?
Fellas, I think at least a portion of your audience will have an interest in the one that just finished up. Oregon State overcame a tough opponent, and not only that, a raucous crowd. The Beavers tuned out all the noise and showed this team can win on its field, your field, or a neutral field. Well done. The circle of life in college football, where one team moves on feeling like kings and the other heads home licking its wounds.
And Kevin Connors keeping an eye on everything all over the country. Sounds like they had a good one there. And a pickup of better than 30 yards on that completion before the defense brings him down.
And this defense is going to have their hands full because they're going to need to be comfortable with guys one-on-one on islands in the perimeter of the field. And they're just going to have to make better plays than what we saw right there. They knew this offense was going to try to be aggressive. Got to need better effort in the back end for this defense moving forward.
He's there to make the stop, but not before he sets up this offense. First and goal from the 7. They'll try to get it in with the run. Touchdown, Aztecs! And the comeback is on.
And that's 3 touchdowns in 2 games. Just continuing to find the end zone, continuing to make plays. This guy is on pace for a great season. He's putting the college football world on notice.
About to kick it away after scoring the touchdown. On the move from inside his 5. He was hoping for something a little more dynamic, but they get him on the ground at the 20. The San Jose State offense is back on the field. And David, how they would love to stick it in the end zone one more time after that last drive.
And once you get the defense on their heels and you back them off a little bit, you get in a little bit of rhythm, it's really hard to stop Jesse, and they're going to try to do it again right here.
And if you're this play caller, you're loving what's happening right now because everything you dialed up on that last drive ended up working out. You're just looking at your play sheet. Everything you're picking is working. Let's see if they can pull it off again here.
When you run those drag routes, it just takes a little bit of know-how. And when I say that, the receiver's got to understand, find space. My quarterback's going to find me. He's looking for that space at the same time. Nice throw, nice catch. Way to get the first down.
Fires to the right. And that one's incomplete.
And I tell you what, we've kind of gotten to the point where we expect QBs to be robots and just never to miss and always put it right on the face mask or right on the numbers. And right there, you could tell he just missed a little bit off, and I guarantee he's tapping his helmet saying, hey, that's my bad.
There's a live football. And the defense has got in there trying to pick up some yards.
As a defender, you dream about those big hits. You work hard on it.
We've got a timeout here as this coach is challenging the call. He wants to give the replay booth the chance to have another look. And how about the keen eyes and sharp awareness from the coach to challenge that call, and the officials agree it'll go his way. The Spartans have it with a 1st and 10. Now the quarterback changing the original play call. The aerial assault continues. And wings it incomplete. After the misfire, it's 2nd down. From the gun, running back on the move.
Yeah, and listen, offensively, you run the RPOs, you just run positive yards, make the right read the guy. If he wants to drop back a little bit, hand it off, get some positive yards, go on to the next play.
On 3rd and long, try to convert through the air. Got it in the middle, it's Coleman. Now well within striking distance as that 3rd down play gets him a first at the 29. Offense about to reel off its 7th play of the drive. A shot toward the end zone. And that one's going to be incomplete. He was throwing for the touchdown, but just couldn't get the foot down in bounds. Here they come to try it again on 2nd and 10 from the 29. He's looking to throw. Fires to the right. And it'll be incomplete. This is some physical pass defense. They're within field goal range at the 29. Let's see if they can pick up a few or the first down on 3rd and long. From the gun, wants to pass. Throws toward the end zone. And good coverage there to knock it away and deny the score.
Nice job by the defense. They're mixing up their look there. 3rd and long in field goal range. They go zone coverage. So everybody on the back end has the eye on the quarterback, and they're able to break on the ball, force the incompletion.
Throws for the tight end. And is going to be batted down. They'll turn it over on downs.
I love when defenses are smart enough to swat the ball down. Don't go for the pick, especially on 4th down. They knock it down. You get the ball anyways. Nice job by the defender.
Still running at the 40. And he gets it to the 44-yard line. It'll be a first down. The Aztecs racing to the line in the hurry-up. They're going to ride this running back. And I think they'll give him 2 on that one. 2nd and 8 coming up. No huddle here for the offense. The play action fake. Gets it out fast. And they pick up just a few on that completion. Time winding down in the quarter as they come to the line. Looking downfield, it's O'Neal. Fires a bullet. Now it's picked off. And what a way to end the quarter for this defense, forcing the big turnover. We've been treated to an aerial show by these 2 guys so far as you check out their numbers. First down to start the drive after the break. Quarterback checking the play. The toss to the outside. They'll wrestle him down just short of the first down. I don't even think they're going to bring out the chains to measure this one. Coming up on 2nd down as they try to hold this lead. He's looking to throw. And he left that one short, tried to baby it in there. He's got to turn it loose. Let's see what they do here on 3rd and short from the 41. They'll try to move the chains on the ground. 3rd down conversions are huge, and they've got one, and they're at the 35.
When the offense can run the football and you can feature a guy like this that will get more yards than his block, that you can really depend on, hangs on to the football, like, it makes offense super easy, especially down the stretch when you want to eat that clock and you want to possess the football. Just nice to have that kind of guy.
Good decision by the QB. You're outside the pocket. You're trying to find an open target. No one's open. Throw it away and live to play another day.
The incompletion brings up a 2nd down. The give out of the gun. And maybe they want to try somewhere else because there is nothing doing in the middle of this defense. Boy, there wasn't much room to wiggle for that running back there.
None at all. Great job by the defense getting in the backfield quickly, closing up all the holes, nowhere to run.
On 3rd down, he drops to throw. They're working that left side. And he's not going to make it. The defense denying him the first down. The offense will stay on the field and go for it on 4th down. 2 for 3 so far in this one. He'll try to throw and pick up the first down. Incomplete on 4th down, and man, did they need to keep that drive alive. First down here for the offense. Give to the running back. Just sort of a relentless run, getting everything that was available to him, and they'll mark him down at the 40. The give to the running back from the shotgun. And the Aztecs pick up the first down.
They needed only 1 yard. Good job by the offensive line, getting just enough push to keep this drive alive.
The give to the back. And he'll find enough running room to get it just short of midfield at the 49. The Aztecs want to pick up the tempo. Grabbed in the backfield. It's Welsh. At the 35, he's open. Nothing but green ahead. Touchdown, San Diego State. And they've moved out front here in the fourth.
I think one of the most underrated things we talk about with a QB is timing. Being able to get the ball out of his hands to his receiver where he can continue to catch the football and run with it. Nice pitch, nice catch, nice play in the fourth quarter when you needed it for this team to take the lead.
About to kick it off after punching it in for the touchdown.
San Jose State, 28.
He'll bring it out. It's Bates. I know he thinks he can house every return, but sometimes you just have to take a knee as he stopped at the 14. San Jose State has the ball and ready to go on the attack. It's complete. And that defense doesn't allow a cutback, and they get him out of bounds after a short gain. They've got a chance to get out from their own end. 2nd and 6 from the 18. He's looking to throw. He's going for a big play downfield. Makes the grab on the right. Oh, look out. There he goes. Touchdown, Spartan. They move on top here in the fourth.
Man, oh man, when you got a weapon like that, you got to find him and you got to give him the ball in space. You have some plays on your play sheet, and some of them just say, that guy, get him the ball.
Looking, trying to escape, cannot. The sack thwarts the two-point try. Almost ready to kick it away after scoring the touchdown.
San Diego State, 29.
The returner will field it and try to set up his offense in great field position. Not nearly as much as he'd hoped when he brought it out of the end zone. He'll be stopped at the 15. The Aztecs offense ready to go back to work. Looking to pass. It's O'Neal. Throws to the wideout. He makes the catch. And he's brought down after a nice gain. And this junior quarterback shows you why the scouts love that big arm of his.
When these wide receivers work the middle of the field, so much of this is feel. Understanding where the holes are in the zone, or understanding how to get leverage on a man. And these wide receivers are dangerous nowadays because they do it so fast and see that so quick and make those plays over the middle.
How nice is it in an offense when you can generate explosive plays by running the football? You got to force feed this guy, man. He is an absolute game changer.
He'll loft one deep down the left side. And it slips through his fingers, incomplete. That would have been a huge gain if he could have squeezed it. On 2nd down, just keeps firing. Wide open downfield. They make the stop, but the sweet flowing catch is plenty to give them a first down. Out of the gun, the running back has it. He's knocked down in the backfield. He'll lose a couple. And the Aztecs will hustle to the line. From the gun, the ground game. Miles ahead for a pickup of 1 to the 32. It's 3rd down now, and they ought to be able to get off one more play before the 2-minute warning. We have reached the 2-minute warning, and time is of the essence if this offense is going to make a play. On 3rd and long, trying to have a big completion here. Took a shot as he threw, and they failed to hook up on 3rd down.
And if you're the defense right now, you've given up some yards on this drive, but you've got a possession lead. You just need one more stop after that last incompletion setting up 4th down. Do you blitz? Do you try to speed up the QB? Let's find out and why.
It's complete. Touchdown, Aztecs. And with that, they move out front here in the 4th.
What a great job by this offense. And listen, I judge offenses by what they do in the clutch, in those big moments and right before the half, in the fourth quarter, late in the game, just like right here. You need a score. You got to go take the lead. They do everything they can. Now, defense, you're up. I need you to get me a stop.
Lining up to cover the kick after that touchdown drive. Coming out with it, it's Bates. I imagine he's going to get an earful on the sideline after bringing it out of the end zone and being knocked down at the 11. Guys, this San Jose State offense trying to get this ball moving. They're going to throw it to start the drive. Working that left side now. He's brought down, solid pickup, but a little bit short of the first down. Let's see what they've got on second down. The receivers often will run their route based on a side adjustment. Looking to the big tight end. Just masterful working that sideline and getting the toe down for the catch. This offense will snap it from the 42 on 1st and 10. He's looking to throw it. Quarterback now breaking the field. He's going up top here late in the game. It is a valuable tool to have a quarterback that can extend a play like that. But sometimes you're smart to be check down Charlie and just take something easy and not invite disaster.
Because when you roll out, you're rolling out, you're caught the field in half, right? The defense starts to run from one side to where you're rolling out to. The field kind of shrinks and it kind of becomes a little bit of back. But it wasn't a great decision.
They immediately call timeout, trying to preserve every second they can to try to rally here late. And Jesse, you have a slot receiver like this, he can create matchup nightmares for a defense.
No doubt about it, Reese. And him and this quarterback, they really are on the same page. He's so deliberate with his...
Going to throw it over the top of the D. And this is dropped. Incomplete pass. He had a huge gain in his fingers, and he couldn't hold on. Probably need to pick up a few yards. From here, it would be a 62-yard attempt. That's caught. It's Coleman. Really good surge for this offense. They move the chains, and he's got it at the 34. And the Spartans with the 1st and 10. He's going to pass. Unloads to the wideout. And he's picked off again. His night vision hasn't been up to speed. His 3rd interception. And they capitalize not only on the pick, but the great return to give the offense tremendous field position. This quarterback happy enough to take a knee and head to the locker room, but the defense still does have a couple of timeouts if they want to use them. This one was a lot like a tennis match, back and forth, up and down, and they just couldn't quite score enough and get the key stop to get the win.
And defenses have changed, right? It's not about limiting to low points anymore, but you got to find ways to